to Agric today on ARCN Television, Mabushi, Abuja, Nigeria. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin. Today's episode of the program is going to be focused on the renewed hope agenda, one point which affects the agricultural ministry. On today's episode of the program, we shall be taking a look at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture Corporative Department, where they had a one-day staff training with the theme owning and driving the renewed hope cooperative reform and revamping the program. Here today we are going to be hearing the minister speak to staff as well as the permanent secretary. Without taking the cat out of the bag, join me. Let's hear what they have for the staff. I mean to say the minister and the permanent secretary, who is, of course, representing the President for the Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Stay tuned.
Staff of the Cooperative Department, Federal Department of Cooperatives, and other staff of the council who have chosen to join and to listen. Let me start by saying COP, COP, COP.
Cooperative.
COP, COP, COP.
Cooperative.
COP, 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 COP.
Cooperative.
The essence is that both high, low, everybody is inside. Where? All right, thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to be with you today at this one-day staff training and retreat of the Federal Department of Cooperatives. This gathering is not just another routine event. It is a strategic retreat designed to bring us together away from the distractions of our daily routines, to reflect, realign, and recommit ourselves to the renewed vision for Nigeria's cooperative sector under the leadership of our visionary leader, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The purpose of this retreat is twofold. One, to share this renewed vision with the staff in a manner that has not been done before, to deepen our understanding of the bold and transformative agenda of the President for the cooperative movement as captured in the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program, which I have the honor to initiate and to lead. Two, to build unity and ownership, to strengthen the bonds among all cadres of staff, directors, deputy directors, assistant directors, and all other officers alike, and ensure that everyone is carried along, engaged and empowered to own this program and drive it forward. Let me be very clear. No vision, no matter how noble, can succeed without the unity and commitment of the people expected to implement it. This retreat, therefore, provides us with the opportunity to resolve internal differences in this department, build synergy in this department, along with all other departments in which you operate in the ministry, and reposition the Federal Department of Cooperative as the true engine of the cooperative reform and revamp. Like I said, when you don't develop institutions, then sustainability of whatever you are doing is not guaranteed. Nigeria today stands as a critical junction. We face challenges of food security, unemployment, poverty, and rural underdevelopment. Yet, the answer to many of these challenges lies in a well-organized, people-driven cooperative system. Cooperatives are not mere associations or social clubs. They are vehicles of empowerment, inclusion, and shared prosperity. Around the world, cooperatives have lifted millions out of poverty, expanded access to finance, and built strong community resilience. Hence, Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind. And that is why we must reform, revamp, and reposition our cooperative movement and the cooperative sector as a whole to meet the demands of the present while guaranteeing a very strong and prosperous sector for the future. But let us be honest with ourselves. The task ahead requires unity of purpose and internal cohesion. I'm aware of concerns about gaps in communication, staff not being fully engaged, and divisions that weaken our collective strength, which are part of the challenges we all face within the department. And I believe I'm now speaking what all of you staff have been concerned with. Am I correct? Let this retreat be the turning point. Let it be the day when every staff member from the Federal Department of Cooperatives, from your federal directors, down to the recently recruited officers make a commitment. We are one team, serving one vision, one Nigeria, under the able leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Remember, in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, and indeed in the Federal Civil Service, the only department that has a legally backed name is Corporative, where you have what they call Federal Director of Cooperatives. That honor cannot just be taken lightly. To whom much is given, much is expected. So anybody carrying that name should know that you are not just carrying it for show. You must carry it for impact. Distinguished staff members, this brings me to the heart of today's retreat, the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program. This program is not just another policy document, it is a comprehensive, homegrown blueprint designed to position the cooperative movement as a central driver of food security, job creation, and inclusive growth under the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Key components of this transformative program include the following: policies and regulatory reforms to improve governance, accountability, and the ease of conducting cooperative businesses nationwide. 2, transforming cooperatives registrations through digitalization at both the federal and state levels. This modernization not only streamlines processes but also enhances accessibility and efficiency for all stakeholders involved. 3, capacity building for cooperators, cooperative officers, including the service providers, focusing on entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and enterprise and organizational development. Institutional development through strengthening the Federal Department of Cooperatives, the 3 federal cooperative colleges at Kaduna, Oju River, and Ibadan, and revitalizing the National Center for Cooperative Development, NACODEF. 5, professionalization of the cooperative sector through the Institute of Cooperative Professionals of Nigeria. We have fully recognized ICOPRON, and we are bringing them on board as a very strong institutional framework of a revised or revamped cooperative sector. Strengthening the Cooperative Federation of Nigeria as the umbrella body for the cooperative movement in Nigeria, and developing state apexes, sectoral and commodity-based apexes and unions, among others. You all agree with me, the cooperative movement is made up of at least up to 4 layers. It could be 3, depending on the size of your country. But given the size of Nigeria, we are good to go for the whole hog of the entire 4 layers, if I'm not mistaken. Starting from the federal, isn't it? Or is it 5? 4. So we should be able to. Currently, as we are, what we met on ground is a very weak base. The primaries are just their registration in names for purpose of whatever, only God knows when. But what is important is that even the apexes, as the departments will always want to say, they were not strengthened. The strength of unit is what will give the strength of the whole. And where you have a weak unit, definitely that whole can never be strong. And we recognize that, and we are changing the narrative already. access to finance through a proposed renewed Hope Cooperative Relief Fund, and to facilitate the establishment of a cooperative bank of Nigeria, owned by cooperative societies, for cooperative societies and cooperators, and based on the cooperative principles and cooperative business model. And I want to thank our brother here who shed more light to me yesterday and who has volunteered to work with us pro bono, and I want to thank you most sincerely for this. And I have accordingly appointed me as an honorary international advisor for this Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program. And thank you very much once again. The National Cooperative Data System with verification numbers for cooperatives and cooperators integrated into the national database domiciled with the National Identity Management Commission to ensure evidence-based planning, monitoring and evaluation, and of course, weeding out scammers and fraudsters who parade themselves as cooperators or cooperative bodies just to defraud our Nigerian citizens. Promoting standards of practice and operations through rating cooperative societies and cooperators by officially recognizing the Cooperative Rating and Award Society of Nigeria, CRASON. These are not just policies, they are blueprint for a stronger, smarter, and more inclusive cooperative system. To finalize and validate the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program document before rollout, we have scheduled two important national events: the National Cooperative Stakeholders Validation Workshop, where cooperative leaders, development partners, and stakeholders from all zones will deliberate and provide their final inputs on the program. 2, the 8th regular meeting of the National Council on Cooperative Affairs, where the reform agenda and a new regulatory framework, standard of operating guidelines and rules, and a revised national cooperative development policy will be officially adopted for implementation by all concerns in the country. Now, let me be very clear here. If you read even the existing Cooperative Act, it says clearly there should be a guideline. Attempt to ask for where is the guideline showed clearly that over all these years, the Federal Department of Cooperatives has never developed and made available to operators any guideline. And you can look at the number of years that act has been in place from 1992. Is that correct? Yeah. Is it 92 or 81? The act itself. As it came as a degree. I know it's 90. So you can't be telling me 2004 was just him. And the review in 2004 was just one word removed. Okay? It came as a degree. At least I remember when your former director, Abdullah, would be waving it, that I'm federal director. So I know it was a degree. Okay? So it couldn't have been in the 2000s. Okay? Now, what I'm saying in essence is that by global best practice and standard, every cooperative society is supposed to be governed by a guidelines and by rules. These two documents are supposed to be independent. The guidelines provide all the standard operating procedure or protocols, while the rules try to look at areas where there are defaults or areas where they need to be solved. That's why it is the two documents. And in the course of working on this bit, I've had cause to see areas where they have gone very far and they have these rules. And for those of them that even have, the strength of the cooperative movement or the various cooperative societies, they have even gone ahead to develop even what you call corporate governance, tools for cooperative societies because of the growth they have witnessed. Now, these are not just policies, like I said, and those are the things we intend to do. This milestone will pave the way for the grand official launch of the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, when we are able to secure a deed for that. It will be a historic event that will place Nigerian cooperatives on a global map of innovation, inclusion, and impact, in line with the President's desire for a 1 trillion economy.
The retreat is very important for us to know how far we've gone and where we are going to, and the role that we have to play as members of the department or stakeholders, internal stakeholders in this sector. Because I'm sure quite a number of us are just behind the name, senior cooperative officer, and so of regular cooperatives, but you don't even know what is happening. Yes, so it's an opportunity for us to know what is going on, such that you can speak onto any program when you are outside the four walls of the ministry. So it's a way of carrying ourselves along and also telling us that what we are doing is not enough. We need to do more. Because now the light is on and it will never be dim again. You just have to continue lighting the light. But we can't get this done except you are with us. Because you are the foot soldiers. The Honorable Minister can give instruction. The director may give you the other instruction. If you are not there to carry it out, you don't expect the Prime Secretary to be going about and be doing the thing. But of course, I'm taking key from the other minister. He's going about doing the thing himself when you are not doing it. But it shouldn't be that. You should be doing the thing. He should be giving you the guidance. But now he's doing it. He's giving the guidance and he's doing it. And that's why we say we need to talk to ourselves. We need to speak to ourselves and change the narrative. I used to tell my directors, you should be helping me to do this work. It's not me helping you. But generally, I am the one helping my directors. So this meeting is very critical. This meeting is very critical, very critical. We need to pay attention. And of course, I think it's the first of its kind that I know in the department. So you are setting a pace. And of course, I'm also going to borrow from it and encourage other departments to also start doing this. The first thing is, I am going to, in the coming days, do an audit of the staff of Federal Cooperatives. I am starting with FDA tomorrow. Many of you are not here because you are abroad. Many of you are not here because you are abroad. So I'm starting with FDA tomorrow, and I will descend on Cooperative maybe in a couple of days. So we need to clear the house. We need to clean the house so that we know who wants to work. This work must proceed. It must go on. So I encourage all of you to please pay attention and let us make a very good use of this opportunity.
It's still Agric today on ARSN TV. Let's now take a goodwill message from the Executive Secretary, Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Dr. Abubakar Adamu Daban, who is here at the meeting. Stay tuned.
I'm happy to be part of the process, and I want everybody to listen and listen very good, because many things have gone wrong. People don't want to do things the way it's supposed to have been done. They want to cut corners. And with this our movement of renew agenda, if you're not ready to work, you're ready to go out. This is a digital era. We're not more in analog. So if you want to work, we work. If you are not going to, if you know you are not key into the digital era, I think you'll better experience. But the renew agenda is never a joke. The food security is the key. And for us to achieve that, all hands must be on decks. And that is why earlier on, when I told everybody that this process, it involves surgery. And in surgery, when the other part is bad, what we do? We surgery out. And the process has begun. We have to reduce the speed of we're going, and we have been doing that. So whatever we deliberate here is to be good for everybody. And for those who have invited and refuse to turn up, it's a slap. And it's a disrespect to the authority. Because if the authorities are here and you are in somewhere responsible to that, you are not here. So to have slept here since yesterday, 6 o'clock we are here, sitting waiting for him. Not you, when he's inside here, you are coming in. Please, this should be the first and last. If such happen again, I won't tell what to do, but he knows I'm going to surgery people out. I have the surgical blade, I have everything. I've been equipped. Those blades, I can surgery people out. But we don't want it to happen. So let's do the right thing at the right time. Thank you very much.
There's something going on in Nigeria. The cooperative movement seems to have been awoken up. There is something going on. There is a lot of drive. There's a lot of requests. There's a lot of motivation. There's stuff going on in the Nigerian cooperative sector. So I laughed and I said, yes, there's a reason why this is happening, and it's because there is a new man at the head of affairs. So I wanted to ask a question. Everybody has been working in the, if you've been here 5 years, let's show your hands if you've been here for 5 years.
More than 5 years.
More than 5 years. So everybody here, if you've been less than 5 years, raise up your hand. So there is no new person here. And the reason why, I want to ask a question, and again, I'm sorry for taking too much time. Have you ever seen this kind of movement happen in the cooperative sector in Nigeria? I'm going to ask for permission. Let them, it's a retreat. You said it should come in blank. If you have ever felt that there's a chance for cooperative sectors before now, raise up your hand. So you know that this is, you know how they talk about stars, how they talk about comets that come once every 75 years, once every 80 years, whatever it is. We have an opportunity now for the cooperative sector to grab the bull by the horn and run with it. You have somebody that is ready to be the spear, that is already the spearhead. And again, they say the prophet has no honor in his home. I'm not saying you don't have any honor here, sir, but you've been heard about, you've been talked about even before now, talking about how much you're doing in the sector. So I'm saying that to encourage everybody that is here. You need, if you really care about cooperatives, if you really want to see change, and this is the time for you to, all the ideas you've had, look at the topic today. It says owning and driving the renewed hope cooperative reform. Let me tell you what that means to me. It means that everybody here is part of a chain, and you have a part to play. And the permanent secretary, sorry for pointing, sir. The permanent secretary said something. He said, I'm thinking for you guys. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. I'm sorry. Carry the ball and run. Own this reform and this renewed hope. Everybody will say, oh, the government is not doing, no, you are the government now. You are the government. You are the arrowhead of this movement. And again, I'm going to say it, you have a knight in shining, I'm going to use words that you have a knight in shining armor that is ready to lead the charge. And let's follow, let's do what we need to do to be able to accomplish that which we have been aiming for. It happens once every 75, 80 years. There's a comet now in town. Tap into that opportunity and own this reform. And when you own something, when something is yours, then you want to make it happen. Accountability comes into play. Integrity comes into play. Innovation comes into play. You ask yourself, what am I doing here? Am I adding value? Am I adding value to what is going on at this point?
Well, so grateful, Honorable Minister Sir. So we are here today to listen to our resource persons as facilitators of this event. We are here to be educated, to be informed and to be enlightened as registrars and cooperative officers were seen as very critical in the implementation of the new cooperative reform and reform program being implemented by the ministry. The Honorable Minister, the Permanent Secretary of the ministry, has been so much supportive in this implementation of this initiative. And cooperatives in other parts of the world are playing greater role in the growth and development of their nations. The minister in the past has conducted studies on cooperatives. He mentioned to us in India, to be precise. So he saw how cooperative is significant in the promotion of socio-economic status of their members and also contributing to the growth and development of nations. So this is why the minister now initiated the cooperative reform and reform program with the aim of repositioning the cooperative sector in Nigeria to significantly contribute to the development of the Nigerian economy. So far, a lot has been achieved in this regard.
On that note, to wrap it up for this week's episode of Agric Today. Join us again, same station next week, as we bring to you another educating and informed position of the government policies and statements as regards to the growth of the agricultural sector. I am Khadija Oluwatoyamisi. Bye for now.